Yeah, so this is the AgileDT the project. That's the name that that I got, and you'll see now why the reason why we had this name. And yeah, I have been working for 20 years almost, being a researcher, teacher. I was teaching for 8 years in vocational education and training. So that's one of the reasons why this project came up with. And then I have various connections with my international expertise or life experience in Brazil, Argentina, Spain, Ireland. And what happened is that after all this experience, I decided that it would be a nice way to utilize what I learned, especially at Learnovate. I learned the names of the different methodologies that we're using, and I'm using myself. And I kind of thought that these methodologies will be a really nice artifact or ingredient into what is the vocational education and training. And what I did was just talk to my friends in Spain, and we kind of created this network of different teachers and directors of schools in different countries in Europe. I've been working in the first Erasmus Plus project that I worked on was 15 years ago. And by the way, Erasmus Plus, this is an Erasmus Plus cooperation partnership. And that is the way that it started. We just started, just literally I sent the application 6 days before my son was born in 2022. And after that, I got the network ready, and we wrote the application and shipped it, and we won. A little bit of a story, but I don't have time for that to tell you how we won, or when we won. So this is the project objectives. What we seek with this AgileDT project is to looking at changing the way that the students and teachers both together collaborate and in agile teams. So it's not only in teams, but in agile teams. So the design of digital innovation frameworks, that's another highlighted concept there, to support them, students and teachers, to move their ideas into products that industry and civil society will use to solve their challenges. That's exactly coming from the application. But I would like to start with this guy here. This guy here is Brendan Boyle. Brendan Boyle, I met Brendan Boyle in 2020 when I was doing this IDEO course, the academy that they run different courses, online courses on design thinking, for example. And so this was the first one, the very first one that I did with Brendan Boyle, from ideas to action. And well, yeah, I really loved what Brendan had to say in that course. I really love how he's playing, how do you unpack the problem, how you develop ideas, diverge, converge, and then you select the ones that you think are appropriate to solve a problem, and then you iteratively, try to solve the problem, right? So that sounds really fantastic. I've been doing that I really love that, the soul of this idea play lab that he founded, and I just decided to follow the jazz. So yeah, this is the design thinking. I'm not going to be stopping here for long. It's just, going to different, I think that you've seen this before. Hundreds of times, you go through the process here. Or in the morning, Richard explain a little bit about this concept of MVPs at the end, try to emphasize before you do anything else, and you try to learn from the users' needs. You try to understand what they're feeling, what they're thinking, what they're trying to solve, their challenging situation, without talking about the solution, because there's no solution. We don't spend time in the beginning talking about the solution. We only talk about the solution at the very fourth element. So we just go to and define a concrete problem statement, and then we just go and ideate, generate a lot of ideas with no rules, just open-minded. As I said, diverge and converge, and then we prioritize. Finally, we bring these ideas into a prototype. We could be called, depending on the product, an MVP, a minimum viable product, and then finally we test that. That's the design thinking process, as a Stanford school defined it, and I was using that for years. So then, in February 2023, I read this. MIT Technology Review said, design thinking was supposed to fix the world. Where did it go wrong? Imagine my face, oh, come on, we're doing this for 3 years, and now MIT says it's wrong. What's wrong? I was reading the article. I was talking to my colleagues in the AI team and saying, what's wrong, man? Like, I read this I got to use this four quotes here. We are all creatives. This is what is supposed to be come from design thinking. We are all creatives. We're all ready to create things, move great ideas into action. Let's do it together. We can solve any problem if we empathize hard enough. That's what design thinking promise. So it's a kind of an idea of empathize over expertise. Some people will challenge this idea of, should we, are we empathizing too long and we are removing kind of the expertise, ideas from the equation. And the second one is execution has always been the sticky wicket for design thinking, ideas over implementation. So what, for example, this guy here said was, when I'm being in these design thinking workshops for years, and what I see at the end, there's like a lot of sticky notes on a wall, a lot of ideas, a bucket of ideas, but then literally 5 to 6% of the ideas they actually go into a proper action. This is not working. This is being said on the article on MIT. So then I met this guy, Jake Knapp. Jake Knapp used to work for Google. Now has his make time, a startup. Talking about all these guys think about now how to make time, how to be efficient. And Jake Knapp in Google Ventures, he created this new way to do things. Is how to solve big problems and test new ideas in just 5 days. So he thought that maybe we could do it quicker and agile. We got to the solution. Yeah, so this is the process. So from Monday to Friday, you just lock 7 to 8 people in a room, and they work together for 5 days from Monday to Friday, and they try to map an idea and choose your target problem. Then you just draw a lot of sketches and tables like this, then decide which one is the best, build a realistic prototype, and finally you test with target customer. Imagine that I lock you now, for the rest of the week. That's not going to be the way, unless at least not for me. So I was just traveling through the desert, trying to find a solution. Design thinking that is wrong. Jake Knapp he looks handsome and tall, but he's still a white man. Actually, the article is true. It says that. It's not diverse at all. Design thinking was promising diversity, and at the end, what you get is a lot of white, tall men from San Francisco talking about that. I'm not that guy. I'm Latin America, by the way. So what's the solution? ChatGPT. Yeah, sure, ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. It was not ChatGPT. It was social intelligence and talk to my friends, what I said before. So then, but before that, let's just bring this other white man here, David Kelly. David Kelly is the founder of Stanford, not Stanford, sorry, D. School, and also called Hasso-Plattner Institute of Design. And he said this, he published this on the website in November 2023. At some point in my career, I shifted from being the guy designing the thing to the guy building the stage for others to do the work. Funding Stanford's Hasso-Plattner Institute of Design, known to most as D. School, was a big part of that. The goal of the D School has always been to bring diverse discipline together to solve problems and to help people gain creative confidence. And this is what actually kind of, at the end, inspired what we have as the main result for AgileDT Project. The main result for our project, it's all about people and teachers and students. It's a cross-disciplinary activity that can be embedded in any vocational education and training program and will help their students to be better prepared for the future of work. So, this is could you please play the sound? Nope, no sound. No worries, thank you. This is the video that, thanks to the guys in A Coruña, in the north of Galicia, Spain, sent promo the project. Thanks. Would you like to meet them? Yeah, let's go. Okay, here they are. Here we have Maria, Uska, Hermina, Andrea, and Anna. Maria, hi Maria, you say hi. Hermina.
Hi.
Hi, so Maria is from a school in
Hi.
Vigo, in the north of Spain. Ermina is from Brecice in Slovenia, Urska as well. And then Andrea and Anna there. Hi, can you say hi, Andrea, Anna?
Hi.
Where are you from?
Aveiro, Portugal.
They're from Aveiro, Portugal. So these are my partners here. So we have 6 schools, VT schools, 2 in Spain, 2 in Portugal, 2 in Slovenia. And this is a representation of my partners. And if you like to ask any questions.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Yes.
much better.
Had your students in the schools, did they know about design thinking and agile methodologies before the project?
Anyone want to answer? Maria?
No, they don't. They are not used to using methodologies. Very new for them, and they are very excited to learn about it. Thank you for the project.
Thanks for that, Maria. So that aligns well with the work. First, I promise not to talk about work packages, but yeah, at the end, that's what it is. So work package 2 is about understanding the school context. We wouldn't introduce our methodology to a bunch of teachers and students just for the sake of introducing and not knowing what they do or what they can do or what they cannot do. So that's the first what we did from March when we started. We kicked off this project until the summertime. We ran different focus groups in the schools, and we kind of collected what their needs are and how's their context in their schools, what type of different disciplines do they have, so if it's going to be real or not, if you can make it or not, and the type of workshops that we can run now. So next week, is it that next week, Andrea, when we're running the first online workshop on Thursday, right? So we're going to bring teachers and students on an online workshop. I have 2 hours to introduce them half of the process. Then the next workshop is happening on October 24th, the other half. And then we go into Aveiro. How is Aveiro doing after the,
I can't hear. I can hear you that well, but I think you have asked about the workshop next week, right?
Yeah, and I'm asking precisely about the workshop in Aveiro in November.
Yes, we will have the workshop in November with representatives from each partner and also the DT forces from each partner as well. So the Portuguese ones will be attending face-to-face because they are here, of course, and most of the other partners will have their DT forces assisting and participating on the workshop online.
Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. You have a question, yeah.
Thanks. I don't know if I need this actually. Social intelligence. So you talk to your friends, which are obviously all online now. What was the story? So what was the problem? You went to them. Like normally there's a story before.
Yeah.
So what was the complaint or what was the
complaint
challenge?
was shared with Maria, and actually Maria and Elena. So what was happening is that when I was back in Spain, I used to work with them as a teacher. So what I learned when I was teaching there for 4 years, 15 years ago, I saw that there's a problem about students and teachers working on silos. So students, they go into IT courses and they just lock themselves for 2 years and they out and they go to work into a company without meeting the rest of the disciplines. So when you go into the company, they don't know how to even talk to them. To the other disciplines, They don't know how to sit in a meeting and use a common language, that anyone can understand to solve a problem. So that's the idea. That's the problem that I identified. That's what we try to focus and solve with this. That to put them together into the room and use some methodologies that I believe is design thinking plus sprint plus something else that probably, hopefully, they're gonna help me to find out what's the next version of that. So then let's see if that's the next version, to mix the disciplines. That's the idea. Thanks for the question. Yes, Emma.
Hi. So I just had a question about, since starting the program, what benefits the schools have seen and kind of what reported benefits the learners have given feedback on, as well as the educators and the teaching staff, and then also any iterations they might have suggested or challenges that have arisen from their perspective.
Anyone the online from remote want to answer that? Andrea, Anna? Yeah, I can answer that. I can answer all the questions, but Andrea, go ahead.
Okay, first of all, the students liked to have a word to say when asked about the strategies they like the most that the teachers use in their classes. And so because they felt they are important and that they have a role to play in their own apprenticeship, right? And also the teachers, they really liked and enjoyed to be together with other teachers, talking about the challenges that they daily face in their teaching life, let's say like that. They felt a bit like happy, but also recognized that they were not alone, because they could see that the challenges, the difficulties, the worries are the same, and they could share practices between them, and also then to confront their ideas with the answers that the students shared as well. So I think that for now we will start the workshops in the next week, and so we will learn much more. But till now, they enjoyed a lot to have time to make their voice heard, and to share what the students, what they like and what they don't like, and the teachers as well to know what exactly the students like, because sometimes it's very difficult to meet their needs and their wishes, and together also to build the students' path to enter the labor market, and to know exactly what the students need or what the students want, but also what the employees need from students from vet schools.
Building that bridge, right, between students and teachers and school and the industry members, bringing the challenges, society, all together. It's kind of another problem that we can solve this project. And thanks for that, Andrea. And it's also going towards the direction of aligning well with the student agency that we will discuss somehow today, like bringing the students to use their own voice, to kind of be part of the active part of the learning design as well. And by the way, the project goes into a workshopping stage until December, and then it runs until December 2025, because the Portuguese, my Portuguese friends here, Andrea and Anna, are going to help. They're going to be leading the last work package, which is the most important one, and it's the one that we're going to be trialing, utilizing, testing methods and tools in the schools with teachers and students that I'm going to be training, like using the trainer methodologies. I'm going to train them, and then I'm going to go in the schools and use the methodologies for a year in 3 iterations. That's the idea. So yeah, that's it. Yeah. Any more questions? I don't think we have more time for questions, so Mary's going to just got it. Yes. Last question from Florence. Yeah. She's up.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Nice to meet the project team. I wanted to ask if in your research so far, you've identified differences between the 4 countries of the project.
That's a very good question. Yeah, like the first event in person was in Slovenia. That was the event that happened in April when we met each other for the first time in person. And that's when we kind of collect all the focus group results and to see what you actually ask. What are the differences? Because it's kind of I'm planning to bring them into this world, which is new for them in the design thinking in the spring. But obviously, you were thinking about schools in Bretice, which is a very small city near Croatia, and Novo Mesto, and which is close to Bretice, is a little bit bigger with a different infrastructure. They also have a design thinking and innovation lab by the school, which is kind of helping them. So that's the difference, right? So if you imagine the school in Novo Mesto having someone that we met there when we were in Novo Mesto that already knows what is design thinking, what is about all these methodologies, and they can use them. It's completely different what happened in Bretice or in Aveiro or in Vigo or in Coruña if they don't know what's happening. So that's the kind of the first main difference. That there's some people that they know about that, and there's some people that they don't know anything about that. So the workshops that I'm preparing, it should be in a sort of a level that will it's not about personalizing, it's more about, getting them all, to gain the mindset. That's at the end, the objective here. So, and there's more differences. There's a report that our friends in the University of Galway, Catherine is somewhere here, and always Catherine sitting somewhere there. She was here this morning. So Catherine Cormick and Susanna, they helped me from University of Galway, and Susanna was leading the work package too, analyzing the school context. So there's a huge report about that. Yeah, that we was saying in the periodic report. Yeah. Thanks to Deirdre there. Any more questions? Are you good for drinks? Yeah? Are you happy with the drinks? They can't come with the drinks, but I hope that they have something, to enjoy there in Slovenia, Portugal, and Spain. Thank you very much for joining. It was a pleasure to have you here. It was a pleasure to have you there as well. And a last-minute call, thanks for that, because this actually, it helps me, to revitalize the energy that we need for next week for the project. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day.